Welcome students, our today's topic is double integral and polar coordinates. The region shown in this figure is a polar region as it is bounded by two rays theta equal to alpha and theta equal to beta, and by two curves r equal to r1 of theta and r is equal to r2 of theta. Here r1 and r2 are two polar curves. So the shaded region as shown in figure is the polar region. Now double integration over this polar region can be written as double integration over region R. Here in polar coordinates, f is the function of r and theta, f of r theta dA is equal to double integration. Here theta varies from alpha to beta, so variation of theta is from alpha to beta, and this region is bounded by two polar curves. The lower curve is r is equal to r1 of theta, and upper curve is r2 of theta, f of r theta. In polar coordinates, dA is equal to r dr d theta. So this is the relation for evaluating double integral over polar coordinates, our polar region. Now remember, when f of r theta is equal to 1, then this double integral represents area of this region shown in the figure. And when f of r theta is not equal to 1, then this polar region represents volume between the surface f of r theta and this region R. Evaluate the iterated integral 0 to pi by 2, 0 to sine theta or cos theta dr and d theta. Now we evaluate this polar double integral over the polar region or double integral for polar coordinates. So this integral can be written as 0 to pi by 2, 0 to sine theta or cos of theta dr d theta. Now we first integrate with respect to r. This can be written as 0 to pi by 2 integration 0 to sine theta or cos of theta dr d theta. This can be written as integration 0 to pi by 2. Now we have to integrate with respect to r, so cos of theta is a constant term here, so it can be written as cos theta, and then integration r dr becomes r square upon 2, and the limit of the r is from 0 to sine theta d theta. In next step, we can write it as 1 by 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 cos of theta, as this is the limit of r, so it becomes sine square theta minus 0 d theta. In next step, we can write it as 1 by 2, 0 to pi by 2 sine square theta cos theta, sine square theta cos theta d theta. Now by power rule of integration 0 to pi by 2, derivative of sine theta is cos of theta, so this integral becomes sine 3 theta, sine power 3 theta upon 3, and variation of theta is from 0 to pi by 2. And next step, we can write it as 1 upon 6 sine pi by 2 whole power 3 minus sine 0 degree whole power 3. This can be written as 1 upon 6 as sine pi by 2 is equal to 1, so it becomes 1 minus 0. This is equal to 1 upon 6. Now we find area using a double integral. As we discussed earlier, double integration from alpha to beta r1 theta, r2 theta, f of r theta, dr d theta. This represents volume of the solid between the curve between the surface f of r theta and the polar region bounded by these two curves r1 theta, r2 theta, and variation of theta from alpha to beta. When f of r theta is equal to 1, then double integration represents area of the region over which this integral is evaluated. So for f of r theta equal to 1, double integration represents area of the region. Now we solve some problems related to area. Find a region enclosed by chordoids r equal to 1 minus cos theta. So here a chordoids r equal to 1 minus cos of theta is given. We have to find the area enclosed by this chordoids, means we have to find this area which is enclosed by this chordoids. As chordoid is a polar curve whose equation is r is equal to 1 minus cos of theta, here we can see that in order to find this area, as this chordoids is symmetric about x-axis, so first we find the area of the upper half of this chordoids and multiply it by 2, and then we get the whole area enclosed by this chordoids. So here we see that theta varies from 0 to pi, and the polar curve is bounded by r equal to this region is bounded by r equal to 1 minus cos of theta, 1 minus cos theta, and in this region r starts from 0 to 1 minus cos theta. So double integration, by using double integration, area can be found. Here area is equal to 2 times 0 to pi, which is the variation of theta, and this region is bounded by two curves. Here we see that r varies from 0 to 1 minus cos of theta. So variation of r is from 0 to 1 minus cos of theta or dr d theta. Now we evaluate this integral. This is equal to 0 to pi. First we apply the second integral, which is 0 to 1 minus cos theta or dr. So it becomes r square upon 2, and variation of r is from 0 to 1 minus cos of theta. And next step, it can be written as 2 is cancel out with 2, and it becomes 0 to pi 1 minus, by using upper limit, 1 minus cos square of theta minus 0. So it becomes 1 minus cos square theta d theta. Now it has become a function of one variable, which is theta. So definite integral 0 to pi 1 minus cos of theta whole square. So first we expand this formula. This is equal to 1 plus cos square theta minus 2 cos of theta and d theta. And next step, we separate each terms, and cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2, and 2 cos of theta can be written as 2 and 2 integration 0 to pi cos of theta and d theta. Integration d theta is theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta can be written as 1 upon 2. Integration of theta is d theta is theta, and integration sin 2 theta is equal cos 2 theta is equal to sin 2 theta upon 2, and integration cos theta is equal to sin theta. And then putting the limit becomes pi minus 0, which is pi 1 upon 2. First we put theta equal to pi, and it becomes pi minus sine 2 pi is equal to 0. So pi minus 0, and when theta is equal to 0, the next term is 0. And similarly minus 2 times sine pi minus sine 0. So sine pi is again 0, and sine 0 is 0, so it becomes 0. And next step, it becomes pi plus pi by 2, which is equal to 3 pi by 2. The next problem is find a region inside circle r is equal to 4 sine theta and outside the circle r is equal to 2. So here are two circles. We have to find the area inside the circle r equal to 4 sine theta and outside circle r is equal to 2. So r is equal to 2 is a unit circle, r equal to 2, and r equal to 4 sine theta is a circle passing through origin having a radius 2. So r equal to 4 sine theta. This is a polar equation of the form a square sine theta, which represents a circle passing through origin and having axis on y-axis. So this circle is also a circle of radius 2 but passing through origin. So both circles are shown in figure. We have to find this shaded area by using a double integral. We can see that in this region theta varies from pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. How to find this theta? As in our these two rays are the intersection of given two curves. So putting r sine theta is equal to r by equating these two terms. 4 sine theta is equal to 2. Both are the values of r. Here sine theta is equal to 1 upon 2 and theta equal to sine inverse of 1 upon 2, which is equal to pi by 6 its principal angle pi by 6, and we know that sine is positive in second quadrant, and we can find it by second angle is found by the relation pi minus pi by 6, which is 5 pi by 6. So variation of angle is pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. So here theta varies from pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. The lower curve is r equal to 2, and the upper one is r equal to 4 sine theta. So now we just apply double integral. So first, integrating with respect to r, it becomes r square upon 2, and in next step it becomes 1 upon 2, and r varies from 2 to 4 sine theta. So putting first r equal to 4 sine theta minus 2 square, which is equal to 4. So it becomes 1 upon 2 16 sine square theta minus 4 and d theta. Next step, by taking 4 common, here we can write it as 4 upon 2 integration 0 to pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6 4 sine square theta minus 1. And next step, applying integral on both terms separately, so it becomes 2 integration 4 sine square theta minus 2 integration d theta. As again, sine square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2, and next term is minus 2 integration d theta is theta. Applying integration here, we get theta minus sine 2 theta upon 2, and theta varies from pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. Now just putting the limit, it becomes 4 5 pi by 6 minus pi by 6 minus sine 5 pi by 6 upon 2 plus sine pi by 3 upon 2 minus sine minus theta varies from 5 pi by 6 to pi by 6, it becomes 5 pi by 6 minus pi by 6. So after some calculation here, sine 5 pi by 3 is sine 300. So sine 300 can be written as sine 270 degree plus 30 degree. It becomes minus cos of 30 degree. So putting the values of cos 30, which is under the root 3 by 2, and dividing by 2, it becomes under the root 3 by 4. Again, sine pi by 3, so sine pi by 3 is under the root 3 by 2, and dividing by 2, it becomes under the root 3 by 4. And similarly, simplifying the last term, it becomes minus 4 pi by 3. Now just simplifying the about terms, we get 4 pi by 3 plus 2 and 2 under the root 3.